they're set to go as they will match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw on 3rd down, Perkins. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Lions will take over. They go play action here on 1st down.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Curran. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Holiday. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. Throwing on first down. Perkins. That'll be caught. It's caught. The 20. Touchdown, LA. Cooper Kupp, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it?
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off the play fake. Curran. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Off play action. Curran. He finds his man, complete. It's Wheeler. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Holiday. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Still 9 remaining on second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on second down, Curran. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wheeler. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago. That if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
Looking to run with Jefferson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamar Jefferson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Perkins. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 45. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Blankenship out for the point after. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now this throw caught left side. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He finds his man, complete. That's Wheeler. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
A quick pass to Kupp.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. Touchdown! Adam Troutman, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
He finds his man, complete. That's Wheeler. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Curran. Throwing left side, it's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action. Curran. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A final shot before break. Curran. He finds his man, complete. It's Wheeler. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Looking to throw on second down. Curran. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run on first down. Holiday. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deep.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Wheeler. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. They'll keep it on the ground. Holiday. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of
blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Got some room at the 30. And some room to roam now as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. A big play there on the screen pass.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a give. Akers running left. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Julian Okwara
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down.
I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Check, 47. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Off the play fake. Curran. He finds his man, complete. That's Wheeler. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Second and goal.
They'll try again. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Lions stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Perkins' throw caught by Higgins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
On 1st and 10, Perkins. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there. We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy, make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Perkins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He's going to let it fly. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Touchdown, Rams. T. Higgins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the the toe to the leather on that one. Their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Holiday. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw on 2nd down, Curran. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Curran. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Blankenship's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Perkins. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Woods. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Lions, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Minnesota Vikings come to town. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season.